I'm loving it so much. I just want to keep reading. I'm so proud of me. And I love her. Hi guys. Before I start this video, I just need to explain something. This video was supposed to be me trying to read 4 books in a week, 4 romance books in a week, but that didn't go to plan. I ended up just reading 1 book because I ended up loving it a lot more than I thought I was going to, and I was fully annotating it. And so this whole video is just me reading love theoretically. So I'm going to be talking about me trying to read a lot in a day and stuff, and then I fail. So that like explains the video for you. I hope that makes sense, but I'm gonna try and do that challenge again another time. But things didn't go as planned, but I want to still have the vlog of me reading love theoretically because I ended up loving the book a lot. So yeah. Let's get into the video. I started reading Love Theoretically by Hazelwood. I got this in the mail yesterday. I pre-ordered it and I had been waiting for it to show up at my house, and I am so excited. I love Hazelwood. I love her books. I love all of them. They're so good. I think she's one of my favorite authors. I know her books are kind of repetitive because the guy is always very tall and big, and then the girl is very quirky. But I like it anyways. I mean, I don't know what it is about her writing, but I don't know. I'm just okay with it. I'll eat it up regardless, no matter how like cliche it is. But I do really like her writing, and I like the STEM aspect. I am in no way like a science person. I know nothing about science. I never understood science, but I still really enjoy it in this book. I don't know what they're talking about a lot of the time, but I try my best. I'm gonna like fully annotate it. I have my annotation key. I tried to match it with the book, except I didn't have all the right colors, but I feel like that's pretty close. I will talk a bit more about the book, the premise of the story, in a second. We shall see if I succeed. It is Saturday. I'm gonna end this video on next Saturday. Oh no, I'm gonna end this video, wait. I'm gonna end this video on Friday. Yeah. I'm gonna get back into reading more of Love Theoretically because I'm only at the start and I'm gonna get more into it, and I think some exciting stuff is about to happen, even though it just started, but it doesn't matter anyways. I forgot to mention that I also didn't sleep last night, so we're going off 0 hours of sleep, which I think is a great start to this challenge. I honestly like don't feel tired. I feel tired, I'm not gonna lie, but I have Monster, so everything will be okay. Hi guys, so I'm on page 62. Basically, the premise of it, explaining books is a lot of work. Okay. This book basically follows Elsie, who is a theoretical physicist, and she's teaching, but she doesn't make much money, and so she also does fake dating, where basically people pay her to be her fake girlfriend. And so there's this guy Greg who pays her. Then he has his brother called Jack Smith, who is arrogant, rude, and massive, big and strong and handsome. So I think you get where this is going. But basically she has to like lie about who she is to like Greg's family to like convince them that she's his girlfriend. And Elsie goes on an interview to get like a job she really needs so she can actually make proper money, and Jack turns out to be the one person who she hates most in like the world, her science world. She hates him the most because of something he did. I'm not going to explain it all because it's just really complicated. Like, you don't understand it if you read the book, but like I'm not going to be able to explain it all. Anyways, to the point, now they're both like at war. That's basically the gist of things. So far I am enjoying it. I always struggle to get into books, the starter books, when there's all this new information, especially with this book. There was a lot of science thrown at me. I don't know, like it felt a lot more than her past books. Like, I had to take a step back. I was like, whoa, calm down. I don't understand all this. And a lot of like plot points. So it's like a lot. But now I'm getting into it. I'm like, okay. So we'll see where it goes from here. I don't really have like any big thoughts. I like Elsie. So far, her self-esteem is like below dirt. Like low. She has like no self-esteem at all. Or self-value. That's been very apparent so far. I like Jack. He's funny. I have one tab which is basically just for hot / flirty / cocky MMC, and I have used a lot of that tab, so I like him a lot. And Elsie, I feel like I'll grow to like her. Like, there's nothing really like bad about her. It's just like her self-esteem is on the floor, and I'm like, girl, we gotta fix that. Oh, apparently Olive and Adam from the Love Hypothesis make like a cameo in this book. I don't know how that's gonna happen. How? I don't know, because there's like no relation to them so far, but we shall see. Yeah, those are my thoughts so far. I don't know if I should have a nap. I'm not very good at napping. I'll update you guys later with my updates. A really good part just happened with Elsie, and I love her. She's letting her anger out on this man and yelling at him, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Stop being a people pleaser and please yell at this man. That's all I have to say. Hi guys, again, it is late at night. You can probably tell from what I'm wearing, but reading updates. I got to page 77, which is not as far as I wanted to get today, but I am so tired. I'm like exhausted and I need to sleep. I can't think properly. I am like really enjoying it. Like, I'm really excited to continue reading it. Like, I'm getting so excited about the characters and the relationship. This book feels like even more exciting than the past two books. There's promise that this could be even better than the first two books, which I love those books. I don't know, everything's very interesting at the moment and I'm excited. Good night guys, I will see you tomorrow. Hi guys, it is the next day. Clearly it is nighttime. I think it's 5 p.m. I fell asleep at 9 p.m. last night. I slept until and then I woke up at midday, so I had a good like 15 hours of sleep. But you saw me, I was at the library. I got there 30 minutes before they closed because it is a Sunday. I was planning to like spend most of the day there, but they're only open for 4 hours on Sundays, and I got there pretty late. And I had a pounding headache as soon as I woke up, and then it did not go away, so I didn't get any reading done. I haven't so far, but I feel better now and I feel awake at 5 p.m. So we are gonna read. I've spent like most of the day just thinking about like the book, like the characters in the book, even though like nothing has even happened yet. I'm just making up scenarios of them in my head. Somehow that's not enough to like motivate me to actually read, which happens a lot. Like, I'm gonna spend like my whole day thinking about the book and then I don't read it. Apparently, I don't know, I procrastinate almost everything, so yeah. I mean, I'm gonna try and finish the book today. I don't know how possible that is. I might have to like use the Flora app where you grow a tree while you're like productive, so you don't go on your phone. I might have to do that so I don't go on my phone. Look at my annotations. You can't even see them very well, but they look pretty, I promise. I post a lot of photos of like annotations, books, everything on my bookstagram, and then I also post updates on my story. I'm in love with my bookstagram right now. Like, I've only had it for a month, but I'm like in love with it, and the people on there, everyone is so nice. I guess there's probably better content on there. Anyways, I've been rambling. Yeah, I'm gonna read. I might make a coffee. I really feel like coffee. So even though I slept for like 15 hours, I'm still tired like usual. This is me procrastinating reading. Okay, I'm gonna finish this. Hopefully. I'm running out of tabs already. guys, good morning. So, updates. I'm on page 156, so I did not finish the book, which I don't think anyone's surprised. I have high hopes to finish it today. I hope. Okay. Thoughts? I love this book so much. It's so good. I've annotated almost every page. It's so good. Hazelwood's writing has like improved so much, and it's like shown in this book. Like you can see how much her writing has improved in her storytelling and the like complexity of the story. I think that makes sense. I think I'm using those words right. In no means was the love hypothesis or love on the brain bad, but there were flaws in it. The writing wasn't excellent. Like you could tell kind of that was like a fan fiction. Like it was originally fan fiction. I don't think Love on the Brain was, but you get what I'm saying. But like what everyone loved about that book was like the story, how sweet it was and everything like that. Every line is like so good. I'm like learning things about science. I think I'm learning basic things about science I didn't already know, like what a theorist and experimentalist was, which I feel like that's common knowledge, but I don't know anything about science. There's still a lot of things I'm confused about in this book, but you know, I am learning some things. And I'm like, if someone told me I'd love a romance book that is like very highly based on science, it has a lot of science words, I'd be like, what? But I am eating this up. It's so good. I love the storyline. Jack and everyone, oh my god. The characters are written so well. It's so good. Before I keep talking and rambling, I'm gonna stop myself. I feel like you guys have had enough. I'm gonna write like a full-on extended review and have it on my bookstagram and Goodreads probably. So those will be up when you're seeing this video if you're like really interested, but I will talk more about my thoughts as I go on. But yeah, okay. You guys get it. Okay. So my plans for today, I have to go to an art therapy appointment, but I'm not one to read on public transport. There is a library near where I'm going. I've never been to that library before, so I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna read. I'm loving it so much. I just want to keep reading so badly. Oh my. It's so good. Maybe I'm just too much of a hopeless romantic. Okay, bye. So good. Hey guys, I finished Love Theoretically, as you saw, and I failed this challenge very badly. I'm sorry. I didn't expect me to take so long to read this book. I think it took so long because I loved it so much and I annotated it a lot. Also a lot of like hectic things. Not really hectic, but things got in the way of my week, which I didn't think were gonna happen. So it took me a lot longer to read than I thought it would. But I'm definitely gonna try this challenge again. I've spoken about this book so much. This is my favorite book, if not my favorite romance. Like I said before, I wrote a whole review on Instagram, on bookstagram. If you want to read like my whole in-depth thoughts, there's no spoilers. I forget stuff, so I just wrote down all my thoughts and posted it. So if you want to read that, you can. Hazelwood's writing like has improved so much. I can see how much thought was put into like every single line. It made a beautiful romance. Both characters I absolutely loved. Elsie, I probably mentioned this before, but she's like hyper vigilant. She's like an extreme people pleaser. She like calculates what she thinks other people want from her, and then she becomes that person so that like there's no rejection or people not liking her. She's done this her whole life with everyone, so she's never really been her true self, if that makes sense, with anyone. But Jack picks this up. He kind of like helps her. He wants her to be her true self and he loves her for who she is. I hate in romance romance books where you don't see enough of the actual relationship. Like they get together and then that's it. But there was so many scenes where they're like in bed talking, like 2 chapters or something where they're just like in bed talking. And I really appreciated it because I really wanted more of that in books. When they're in the car, when they're like at his house, when they're just together and talking, I loved it. That's what I really wanted in a book. Like I want those little moments and I want to read about them. I don't know if it might seem like tedious to other people, but it was done really well and I loved it. And Jack really like validates all her insecurities about the relationship. Words of affirmation, very strong in this book, and I loved it. There was more science than her previous books, and as someone who doesn't know science, who hated science at school because I just didn't understand it, like I'm more of an English smart person than a science smart, I still really enjoyed it and I learned a lot and it really adds to the plot. Yeah, so if you like you don't understand science or you're not a big fan of science, I'd still say like obviously still give it a go because she does it really well. She talks about it really well, and I loved all the political stuff. Not like highly political, but just the talks on like what women go through in STEM, like male privilege, people abusing their power. I loved all the friendships. Cece, her best friend, their friendship was so wholesome. There was a lot of representation. I feel like I'm just going on and on, but there was a lot of representation for different things. Ace/Arrow relationship representation. There was representation for chronic illnesses. Elsie has diabetes, and so you like hear a lot of that. And I have a chronic illness, so I really appreciated that in the book. And also as someone with like, I have anaphylaxis for a lot of foods, and that's obviously not the same as diabetes, but like feeling like a nuisance around like food situations, like birthday parties and stuff, I could relate to. And I liked that she touched on that, even though it was just a small thing. Feeling guilty, that's something that I can't control. That summarizes a lot of my thoughts. This book was everything I wanted in a book. I already had really high like expectations because it's Ali Hazelwood. It exceeded my expectations. I'm like scared of anyone else reading this book and not liking it. Like everyone has their own taste, but I'm just like, please no, it's my baby. I love this book. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.